Thank you so much, Louise. My name is Eric Liu, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Citizen University. We are a nonprofit organization based in Seattle, Washington, where I am right now, doing work all around the United States to foster a culture of powerful, responsible citizenship. We are a proud member of the Civics Now Coalition. I want to begin by actually thanking Louise and the entire team, both at iCivics and the Civics Now Coalition, for the work they've been doing to not only bring us together at this remarkable summit over the next couple of days, but to really catalyze a deep, sustained grassroots movement across urban and rural areas, red and blue places, connecting people who want to boost and revive civic learning and civic education in our country right now. Civics for a long time had been kind of like the weather. Everybody complains about it, but nobody did anything about it. And we can thank this coalition for catalyzing so much good work in the renewal of civic learning in our country. I wanted to just offer a few thoughts to frame our day together today. And the thoughts that I wanted to share really begin with a recognition of another person who I want to honor today, and that, of course, is Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. Justice O'Connor's vision in creating iCivics in the first place, which helped in turn to beget the Civics Now Coalition, was something that grew out of not only a sense of passion that he had for civic learning, but a deep core philosophy that I think can be very simply put as this, as she often said in settings like these: the original purpose of free compulsory public education in the United States was to make citizens, to make people capable of self-government. And that means people with the knowledge, the skills, the values, dispositions, behaviors to be able to govern themselves, both individually and collectively. Understand where we are in time and place, and understand others from other times and other places. And those capacities, even in our great society, don't just happen. They're not self-executing, self-evident as those needs may be. And Justice O'Connor had the clear vision that not only that we needed to pay more attention to this topic, but that we needed to do so in a way that would speak to the yearnings, interests, and motivations of the young people who we in the first place wanted to gain in those capacities. And thus was born iCivics. But I think more broadly, there was an idea there that we've got to attune ourselves to the rising generation. This work cannot simply be folks like us who are older, of older generations, saying, "You kids, eat your vegetables, get home before 6, study." This is not a scolding movement. This is a movement and a phenomenon, this awakening of civic learning in the United States, that is about inviting people to look around and see the places where they live and understand those places, to look around and become more fluent and literate in the people, the ideas, the norms, the sources of wealth, the sources of poverty in the communities all around them, to invite people to take responsibility for changing those things they believe that ought to be changed, and to take responsibility for becoming literate in how you do that, in how you actually find your voice in American life and American society. The thing that I want to emphasize today, and you'll be hearing it throughout this summit, is that even though this is a nationwide movement right now to boost civic learning, that civics is not some national one-size-fits-all monolith. We are going to be hearing people from all kinds of communities around the United States, and remembering that this is a union of states, the union that we love, the union that we are connected to. The sense of commitment that we have to the union is not to some blob or monolith out there. It's a commitment to our places, to King County and Seattle and Washington, where I am right now, to Virginia Beach, to Essex County, New Jersey, to Madison, Wisconsin, to places all around the United States that are real places with real people to whom we have real responsibilities. This work of reviving civics has to be rooted in that sense of people and place. The exciting state policy menu that Louise referred to, that Civics Now has just released, is another reminder that how civics unfolds state by state. Every state has its own approaches to this. Every state has its own obligations. And we, the people of every state in this country, have an opportunity now and an obligation to help change the course of civic learning in our states. So with that, it's truly my honor today to introduce one of the people who's really been behind this entire gathering as chair of the board of the Carnegie Corporation of New York, which is, as you just heard, one of the prime sponsors of this summit, and a true, in an old school mold, a great citizen, a great civic leader in office and out of office, former governor of New Jersey, Tom Kean.